John Wick. Hi, how are you doing? Nice to meet you. I'm a big admirer of you. Thanks for all you've done, kicking the bad guys behinds all the time. And yeah, you're pretty invincible, I'd say. Yeah, if anyone was invincible, it's you. And yeah, boy, invincible, untouchable, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, that's John Wick in a nutshell. So, uh, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tyler. Welcome back to Scorpio Oxman channel. John Wick. Yeah, you're probably familiar with him. Uh, if you're a big if you're big on action thrillers and uh, those movies where the protagonist is basically running from the antagonists and defending himself ferociously, absolutely ferociously, just like uh, defending himself ferociously, just like a tiger, just like a real tiger. As John Wick is born on Day of the Tiger in the Vietnamese astrology, or also known as the Chinese astrology. He's Year of the Dragon, 1964. So he's Year of the Dragon, yes, but the day he's born it's a different sign. It's the tiger. And they say our day sign in the Chinese astrology or Vietnamese astrology, it's actually a stronger energy of ours than our year sign, believe it or not. And that's according to mastersci.com. If you look it up, I could leave the link below for you guys. You of course could research on that and read about it as well. It's something I found out about, and it's pretty authentic when when you look in the world of celebrities in particular, famous people. You definitely notice the authenticity of astrology there when you see how the famous people are in general in their life, and how their character, how they behave, so on and so on. It's pretty amazing. And John Wick, of course, being one of them. Wow. So I wait until you hear. So today, of course, we're going to talk about his. He turns 59 today, on his birthday, September the 2nd. And so we're going to read on his day sign in his primal astrology. You are going to be absolutely amazed what it says. If you never believed in primal astrology before, you know what? I can promise you're going to today after you hear this, because it's, you know what? I think of all the primal astrology day sign readings that I've read on the channel, this one really stands out. It really says a lot, like in terms of evidence about the authenticity of primal astrology in accordance with the day signs of the celebrities and people in general. Okay, so we'll get right to it. And of course, John Wick, yes, he starred in other films like The Matrix, oh, sorry, that's a different somebody. We'll do Neo. Yeah, we'll do a video on Neo another time as well. Oh, I'm sorry, Neo kind of look. You know what? Neo and John Wick, they kind of look alike, don't they? They kind of. You know what? I'm wondering if they could be twins. Maybe they could be twins, or just dead ringers in general. Maybe that's the case. So we'll find out for sure. Okay, so we're gonna get right into John Wick. So his day sign. We're gonna look up his. Now you know how we find out the day sign in one's primal astrology spirit animal in their day sign. So we look up their moon. First, we look up their moon, and then their day sign in Vietnamese astrology. So let's look up John Wick. So John Wick's, we'll look up his date of birth just to show the evidence, the proof. So there he is, John Wick, September 2nd, 1964. And Beirut, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, Beirut, Lebanon, Beirut, Lebanon. And so, okay, there he is. Right. So we're going to go to masteringthezodiac.com briefly. Okay. Okay, perfect. True sidereal chart calculator. And as you guys have seen a lot of times before about the mastering the zodiac, it shows the real natural sky as it really is if we were to see it with our own eyes. So you'll notice that all the signs of the zodiac, they're actually a different size in degrees when you see them. Okay. Virgo, the sign of Virgo being the largest, the sign of Ophiuchus being the smallest. Okay, this is 5:41 a.m. It said is the time that he's born. Okay, so here is, so John Wick, he has his sun sign is Leo. So here he is right here. So John Wick, September 2nd, 1964. As you can see, his sun sign right here, it's in the sign of Leo, near the end of Leo right here. And his moon is in Gemini. So there you have, he's got a moon, a Mars, and it looks like his Venus is in Gemini as well. That's amazing. He's got major planets in Gemini. And you know what? That's all about communication. The sign of Gemini, ruled by Mercury, all about communication. And that's him in a nutshell. That really says a lot. Okay, so we see that the day that John Wick is born is the day the moon was in Gemini. So that's kind of like saying the day of Gemini. Okay. And month of Leo, because the sun's in Leo, so month of Leo, and the day he's born, moon in Gemini, so that would be day of Gemini. Okay, so Master Psi love match. So we see he has a Gemini moon. Now we're gonna see his day sign. I revealed his at the beginning of the video, I mentioned his day sign in Vietnamese. You might remember it's the tiger. So I'll just show that here anyway for the proof. Okay, 1964, September 2nd. They say people born on the 2nd have a charisma to them as well. And that's in numerology, from what I've heard, you know. You got The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, celebrity. He's born on the 2nd as well, May the 2nd. So that would say something with John Wick, of course. Okay. Yep. We'll just show you the proof here that he's day of the tiger. So here he is, right? So he's year of the dragon, month of the monkey, and day of the wood tiger. So he's day of the tiger, which means he's primarily energy of the tiger in the Vietnamese or Chinese astrology. Okay, so we have a Gemini tiger combination with John Wick, according to the very day he's born in astrology. So let's find out what the Gemini tiger is. In the Gemini tiger combination is the spirit animal of, we're going to find out right now. And we're going to read about him. So here is primalastrology.com, the combinations. Here it is. The Gemini tiger is spirit of the chimpanzee. Whoa, the chimpanzee. So let's read about the chimpanzee, who is John Wick. So John Wick is spirit of the chimpanzee in primal astrology, and that is because he was born on day of the chimpanzee in primal astrology. So here he is. Okay, so the chimpanzee. I'm gonna note a couple of other celebrities born day of the chimpanzee that I know of. They are Melissa McCarthy, the great actress, great actor Melissa McCarthy. Also Jennifer Connelly, another amazing actor, Jennifer Connelly. Okay, so, and here is John Wick, born day of the chimpanzee. Check this out: social, courageous, and unpredictable. That's John Wick. Those born under the sign of chimpanzee are always looking for new experiences. This is a passionate but restless sign that relies on their own community or network of acquaintances to help them through life. In return, members of this sign provide charm, wit, passion, and communication to those around them. There you go. There you go, Gemini. Gemini is all about communication. There you go. Their contributions may not be as obvious or straightforward as those of their peers, but check this out. When they are gone in the community, when they're gone, the community can easily notice the difference. So they're very noticeable when they're around, for sure. Yeah. Chimpanzees are emotional and often guide themselves by their instincts rather than logic. They have little interest in doing things the way that others have done them in the past and are constantly on the lookout for new ideas. Members of the sign have a reputation for being impatient and indecisive. They often spread themselves too thin, trying to take on many tasks at once. That sounds like John Wick. This carries over into their social lives where others have a hard time getting their attention on a regular basis. Chimpanzees are always on the move and always looking for their next obsession. Wow. Self-centered. Some may think that members of the sign are self-centered, but it would be more correct to call them self-focused. They make contributions to their environment in subtle ways and can be very influential among their communities. Very influential. There you go. However, they tend to do everything with a focus on how it can benefit them. Luckily, chimpanzees are fairly idealistic and humanitarian. So what benefits them usually ends up benefiting others as well. And, I want to say that, him in real life, Keanu Reeves, of course, all joking aside, of course, with naming him John Wick. Keanu Reeves, and he's huge. He's so normal of a person in real life. From what I hear, he rides the subway like everybody else. He rides on public transit just like a normal somebody. And apparently, like anybody like approaches him and he engages in conversations with strangers. He acts like a normal somebody in real life. He is incredibly down to earth, a humanitarian. So just like what it says here, humanitarian. So, and that's him in real life. He's an amazing guy in real life, really amazing. And he behaves normal, just like everybody else, rides the public transit with normal people, lives a normal life in his private life. So now I'm going to read this off to you about careers and goals, and check this out. As much wild energy as they have, chimpanzees do surprisingly well when they focus their energy into, of all things, guys, fictional drama. Now, does that sound like The Matrix to you or John Wick? Maybe. Fictional drama. As writers and musicians, they can keenly express the torrent of thoughts going on in their heads. This is a sign that loves the theatrical. Look, loves the theatrical, which is why many become playwrights in theater or film directors. Whoa, okay. Yeah, that's close to acting pretty well. Chimpanzees do best in leadership roles and love challenges, which is why they are often writer and director, or musician and songwriter. And this is why I believe very much in primal astrology. very much so. So the primary career challenge for this sign is that they are easily bored and often walk away from half-finished projects to start new ones. Those who can focus themselves long enough to finish what they start can have great success in the arts. Amazing. So a business career can be quite fulfilling. Yeah, so there you have it. His career has been quite fulfilling for sure. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave this link below for you to read more about the spirit of the chimpanzee, who is Keanu Reeves, aka John Wick. Of course, John Wick. Okay, guys, I can't thank you enough. Thanks again for watching today. And as always, keep firing your questions at me. I answer your questions for free on scorpiooxman@gmail.com. scorpiooxman@gmail.com. So keep sending your questions to me, and thanks again for supporting my channel. And yeah, it's so he's definitely one character I didn't want to miss on knowing his birthday today. So thanks again, and a shout out to Keanu Reeves. Thanks so much for you and all you've done, and you're humanitarian for sure. Thanks so much. So thanks again, guys. All the best. God bless. Until next time. Thank you.